Honestly, can we all agree that Kite is nowhere near this top 5?
I don't know about that. We didn't see all his
We haven't
abilities.
seen like.
We didn't see all his
His
weapons.
ability?
We haven't seen all of it.
No, I can't.
We haven't seen all of them.
Nah. He kept
Isn't it random?
We
though?
didn't see all of it,
It's
but
random,
the fact that he made it random on purpose, like an idiot.
Yeah,
if I
that's
get that, I'm not making it random. You gonna know what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna pull out that tool. It's gonna hit. It's gonna be strong every time.
It's a senpai. Pull up to the blaze like a samurai. Young OG Roshi fully Genkai. Fully Todoroki, I spit bar and ice. Open all engaged, feel like Mike Guy. Looking for an ass kicking, I'm the right guy. God body in the room, I'm cooling in the sky. God body Madara, touchdown, take down your squad. God body Cohen mug, get your career revived. A bird, got some nerve. Side timer, hit the block hard, broke the curve. Pull up in a Gundam, fuck a transformer. Top 5, no debating. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Hey yo, what's going on, fellow benchwarmers?
What's happening?
We are the benchwarmers, back at it again with our friends. Hey, I'm gonna let our friends introduce themselves because y'all already know them. But in case you forgot,
Back at it again. Boy Sam. Go by Skills Online.
hit at them
Jalen. I'm also known as the Lazy Sage. Follow my YouTube channel.
down there. Hey, and today we have another top five for y'all. Today's top 5 in celebration for my guy.
Oh,
Finally finishing 100.
it's been a long time coming.
We've
We've been rooting for him the whole way.
We've been
And
pushing
I'm so proud. I feel like a proud father right now.
Hey, man,
He was moving too.
I'm so happy for you.
Proud of him.
Proud
He
father.
watching.
You move faster than I do.
Tried to slip that in there. I know we're gonna catch it.
But no, today we have top 5 nin abilities that we believe are in the show. Now, not necessarily strongest character. I have to get that in there now, in case y'all try to roast us in the comment section. We are not talking about strongest characters. We're not.
Just
At all.
abilities.
You
Just
talking about
abilities.
most useful or just
Most useful. How can you, like, if a different person had that ability,
What
how
they
would
really
that?
do?
How would they look with that? That's what we're talking about today. So, I mean, Hunter x Hunter has a bunch of them to choose from.
Super
Clearly.
detailed.
Super. It's a very detailed show.
Very.
So, who wants to get it started with some? Y'all know how we do these top 5s. We just gonna throw some names out. Let me get my notes out.
Since I just finished, I'm gonna go and go first.
Let me
Please do. You earned it.
facts.
I'm gonna go Crollo.
Okay.
You gonna crawl? Okay.
Okay.
We're definitely throwing Crollo in there.
I'm gonna go
Is it CH?
I'm gonna go Crollo.
It is.
You gonna look behind you. Bro, just spit a name. No, don't just give us a name. Tell us why. Crollo why?
He can take anybody. Like, okay, boom. That's just like that's a copycat. That's like Kakashi copying the nigga ninjutsu. Like,
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
So here's the interesting thing about
Okay.
copying, right? So when you take someone's ability, you have to be able to withstand using that ability.
that's right.
There's no guarantee that Krillin can withstand all the abilities that he can't copy.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not one that I saw him use that he would.
But you'd be a fool in the situation in which you use it. You'd be a fool to try an ability which your body cannot withstand.
Oh, you're saying if a person had his ability that wasn't Chrome?
But it'd be useful on almost any mission.
No,
Like,
no. It's useful. No. Like what I'm saying is,
He's saying can
I'm not
his body
saying that it's not
withstand?
powerful. What I'm saying is, in any situation you seen Krollo use his abilities, he'd be a fool to use any ability his body couldn't withstand.
Like, will he be able to handle Kilo's Godspeed?
Not even just Killer's Godspeed. Like that one dude with the knife that caught the karate chop. Remember he was looking in the camera? He said, "Got him."
Oh,
Didn't tell
yeah.
a soul.
Yeah.
I know that man was wrong. I know he was wrong. But if Krollo would have tried an ability that his body couldn't withstand, Krollo would have lost that fight.
Apparently, my guy could predict the future too. Let me throw that out there.
Oh, he could.
Okay, so but that's only because he took a girl's ability through the poems.
Yeah, fact.
With that being said, what's the old girl name? Blonde hair, big nose. You just talking about her how she had all body.
Butterface?
Butterface. Yeah, there she go. You know what I'm talking about. What's her name?
We gonna throw her picture up here.
She is the if you're trying to get intel, that's who you want to go to. But she came down there rings online. So
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's useful.
that's useful as fuck. I'm thinking
It
I'm
is,
going
that
I'm going
would
up
be
these
Like a
useful,
smart ass
so
character got
I'm really,
that.
That
I'm
would
really
be
coming
very
out my ass
useful.
with this shit now. I had a different list like 5 minutes ago. So like, ain't
That's-
no lie.
I believe him.
I'm gonna go ahead and go.
She said he on gone here, you know.
Go ahead and go. I'm gonna say Hisoka over Kurapika.
It's very versatile.
It's real versatile. So I'm gonna go Hisoka.
I don't want to hear explanations. look for Gon in Hisoka
Gon
over Kurapika.
Gon is a super enhancer, like the best enhancer on the
He
show.
said
Like, this nigga,
Super enhancer.
he is. Is he not? This nigga.
Now.
Yeah, now he is. Now that I finished the show, so I can say it. You know.
Now. Okay, so. Oh, you want what's
Explanation.
that for?
He can't just call to listen and explain himself.
He's okay. I said Gon, and then next Hisoka, because he can the bungee thing. He can bungee any fucking thing.
But you said him over
Facts.
Kurapika.
I mean, it's no particular order here.
No, he's just throwing out.
I'm just throwing out names.
Nah, we not. Yeah, boom. Oh,
It's no
boom.
particular order.
We're not doing the order.
No
We're just throwing names
just
out.
throwing out
Top 5.
my top 5. Because the bungee thing, like he can bungee you if he needs to. So that's there. Like
That's funny. That's real though.
let's see. Then I'm gonna go for my 5. It's either Netero or the King.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna go-
the shit Netero could do with the golden.
Yeah.
Oh, the Buddha.
With the Flash Riders.
I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't honestly, so boom. What I'm gonna say about that power is because I feel like I also have that in my top 5,
But it's so.
and I don't know if y'all would, but the reason I do is really just cause if it wasn't for Miram, I feel like anybody else getting whipped with that.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes,
wait.
definitely.
With the golden.
Oh, yeah.
I think anybody. I think
yeah, facts.
just because Miram is
He just different.
a different
It was
nigga.
just
The
Yeah,
king
he
of
just,
Chimera.
He just that dude.
Yeah,
I think that's
facts.
the only reason he made it look like that. If anybody else is in that position, they getting whipped on spot.
No, it's definitely.
Now, what's funny about him saying that he made it look like that, you do understand there was an entire struggle before he actually got it.
Yeah, in fact, even
So
then
he
he
made
was
it look
still
like that.
He was still.
You
like,
saw what happened to Pito.
struggle, like facts. Like that's in my top
And
5.
then he self-destructed and really killed the King. The King got.
The king is just that
He
dude.
got revived.
He
at the
just
end. People.
POP.
I think it's
Y'all
crazy
put
because this show
spoilers
has
on
so
it, right?
many different abilities.
Oh, we gonna let
What
him
you
know.
say?
Okay, alright, good.
We gonna throw that in the
Spoil
beginning.
everything.
Spoilers everything. If you not caught up in the show, click off now. Go watch the show,
you should have been clicked off.
and then make sure you.
All the stuff we've been saying.
True. But-
bro, he said self-destruct.
You
I'm
know,
like, hold on.
since we throwing that
So
out there.
going to put
But I'm not gonna lie, like even people like the dude with that pipe that had the smoke.
That was
he
nice.
could-
Oh, yeah.
That
Like-
was dope. He
Okay,
had
so-
stamina.
Alright.
I fucked with him and how
That man
he
had
did it.
stamina.
Hold on.
it was a female.
That shit
Everything.
was dope. Cause
Female.
he had an ability where he put the cheetah in like a dome,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
We
Like a-
just forgot
Yeah.
the name. Just put.
No, the cheetah put him in the dome, but he
oh,
really,
he waited it out.
yeah, he
Yeah, he was
timed it.
waiting.
Then I
Because the
said
cheetah was
using-
being an idiot, and he had kept
said using
like
Netero
chewing a
or
cloud or
King.
whatnot into
Yeah.
the cloud,
Yeah.
Miriam.
tagged him. Yeah.
Well, you got that. Then you got the other dude that had the teleportation box, where they was in that other dimension.
Oh, the portals, yeah.
Yeah, when he would just like
That was
start
a
knocking off
clutch
the
power.
weak ones one by one. He was like just dropping them in here. I'm
Oh yeah, he was
fuck
like,
them
all
up.
right, cool. Let me put one here.
Facts.
And I'm gonna just handle these
Yeah.
niggas
That
one on
was-
one.
That was useful.
That was
Like
clutch.
it's some
That looked
really
like 13
live
against
abilities
one,
in the
but
show.
Netero was-
That was
I'm gonna
clutch.
put Netero on my number 5. Because not too many people.
Okay, so boom.
That's true.
Also, old dude with the
No.
with the bombs.
Oh, the
Nah,
the bomber.
Oh, the bomber?
That could teleport.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
yeah, I was a dope.
Oh.
The bomber was dangerous.
The bomber was law because
Oh,
he
the
was
bomber?
he was putting bombs inside.
I think he
of
just
people,
gotta touch you.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had to.
Yeah.
Man,
He had to touch you and then tell you how his ability works and the condition is set.
I think. Oh yeah, he used to
And he's
catch people
gonna
off
tell
guard
you.
with that.
He's gonna.
Yeah, he was
He
like, yo,
betrayed
watch
the
out for
shit
the
out of
bomber.
Mhm.
You're right. Watch out for the bomber.
Like, watch out! No, he was doing that a lot, like the whole arc.
Facts. That's really that's how he was doing it. That's law. Gene is on this list. We just don't know how.
What's his?
We just don't
Oh
know.
yeah, they didn't tell us. Never
But he's
mind.
on it.
No, he's definitely. I don't know.
I don't know how.
I'm not gonna put him on my list because I don't know what he can do.
No, I'm
He
saying
just
he's
said
not
he's
gonna
high
be
in the
on the
show.
list, but I'm
I mean,
saying
they're part of the Zodiacs, man. They
Oh,
can't-
yeah.
It's the same
By
thing.
default,
It's
they
the same
have
thing
no-
with Shanks.
Yeah.
Shanks,
It's
yeah.
the
By
same
default,
fucking
You
they
thing.
didn't hear, bro. You heard him say when they find out what happened to Ezra, they're like, "Why didn't he send us?" they were like, "What?"
like
They have
whenever
to be powerful.
Yeah.
whenever they
He's
show
strong.
whenever they show him, he's gonna be on this list definitely.
Whatever it is he does.
Whenever it.
No, so what's the detailed analysis on Killua's Godspeed? On his-
So boom, honestly,
'Cause I know he goes.
I really
fast, but,
just feel
what's
like
what is he doing?
with Killua's Godspeed, I feel like it's just 100 and
No, but it's a sign.
He
It's a
can
reason
lightning,
behind it. It's like it's
Well, he
something
can withstand
different.
lightning because he's been going through torture since he was a child.
Right.
Right. So it goes through his body, but he can withstand it, so it doesn't really affect him like that. Right?
So yeah, so that ability might not even just be as great for other people.
Well, you have to
Because
be able to
this
withstand the ability. It's like in Ben 10, that hot, whatever the hell the alien is.
Oh, heat blast.
Yeah, no, that's what his name is, Heat Blast. Yeah, if Heat Blast felt the fire, it'd be an issue, right?
Definitely.
But the idea behind it is he's immune to it, so he's able
Right,
to use
because
the
it turns
ability,
to alien.
right? But if you put that fire on me, well, there I go. It's a wrap.
So the thing with Killua though is it says it's really a lot of offensive. It's really offensive heavy. You ain't gonna get too much defense. But how I'm thinking you could use it is really you could
The
just
speed.
you really use
Speed is my defense.
Speed kick.
Oh, you mean really
Speed
just
is
defense on
offensive
like?
I'm saying
like,
like yeah,
getting
if
attacked.
you do get hit,
Oh yeah, that's just gonna land.
That's
And then
gonna
Killua
hurt.
could like
Oh yeah,
cut your head, like
Yeah.
you can make it like.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, he can mutate manipulate his fingers.
What you thinking? What you thinking? What's
She
some?
in too.
What's some of your
Hey, bro,
favorite?
man, he been waiting on this moment. He said, "I'm about to stop."
She gotta.
That's a lot of mass, by the way. I'm just not
Appreciate it.
That bitch is tough.
For my list, I'll definitely have to put Poof on there.
Poof.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's just so smart with his abilities to be able to just clone himself into like tiny molecular cells,
Yeah.
as well as be able to change his appearance and his voice to be able to trick his own opponents. Like for instance, when Gon was having Komagi hostage and took Pito, like Poof took the opportunity to pretend to be Komagi to make sure that what's her name? Pito.
Pito.
Yeah, Pito just doesn't do anything for Gon and kills Gon. But
Didn't turn out too well.
yeah, it didn't turn out too
That
well.
didn't work out well at all,
I
actually.
ain't gonna lie, Peter had a pretty dope ability too.
She
Okay.
could heal.
Yeah.
She could
She could
pull
heal.
She
it
could
off.
she could reconstruct.
Oh yeah, she was like.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
whole
that
molecular
little
system.
doctor looking.
That's-
Yeah.
that
she
shit
could like.
wild. Oh yeah, cause Gon was
She-
just sitting there watching.
You
He-
better
he-
you better
yeah,
fix it
Gon
now.
was fixing
You got an hour.
You better fix it now.
God, straight up, just G'd up.
Yeah,
That was some
that's
of
when
the-
the show.
Hey yo,
You got
Gon
10
became a man that
Yeah.
day. I was like,
Fix it
damn.
today.
I'm gonna
Y'all
give
think he
that
was
a
12?
buck.
That was one of the most intense
Gon
scenes.
sitting there for like how many episodes was he just sitting?
like 2.5.
Nah.
Those
like,
was
longer.
I feel like it was
It
longer.
was
Five.
longer.
It was
like
like
5.
3 episodes.
At least
Yeah.
I feel 5. He was sitting there for minutes.
Oh yeah.
Because
Just
he
His
look,
expression
he
kinda
wasn't
was
changing.
like,
And his expression was
expression was
not
not.
changing.
He was just
He was
mad.
sitting there the same
He caught up
time.
with Pizza like around 116, 150, 116, but then they left like at like 125, like 10 episodes.
He was sitting there at the same
He
time
was sitting
Netero
there
and
for a minute.
Miriam was fighting. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was some of the loudest parts of the show.
Especially in sub.
Oh,
That
bruh.
the emotion you
That
get from
scene
him
in
screaming in
Sub
sub.
You have to
Oh
watch
my.
that in sub.
It's
that-
good in dub too. It definitely
Jesus.
is.
Nah,
But in
no, nah. So I love that, but
it was cool.
Sub was
But the
just-
sub did not come.
Whoever the sub actor is,
for that scene.
Kudos.
So you're saying the entire time he was sitting there talking to her and stuff?
No, I'm talking
it
about
was a specific
when he started
scene
screaming.
when he started
when he
screaming.
had his rage moment. And he was like, when he found out it wasn't about to go how he thought it was
Yeah.
a kite.
Oh, he said, so you can't heal him? And then he started
When it
crying.
like clicked.
And he says, I don't care what happens to me.
Now before that, like when they first met up with Pito, he was just yelling. At
Oh, he was yelling at her?
Yeah.
Just
Oh, but he
screaming.
had me shook.
Yeah.
He
was just screaming at her.
And then Killer was like, damn.
Killua was shook. Killua was shook.
Kill on that.
I've never seen
Kill on
Killua
that.
shook.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't. Yeah,
Nah,
Pito.
Gon was different that day.
It was.
Definitely
Yeah,
a man.
Who that was?
He needed his daddy in there next to him, actually. That's what we needed in his life.
Speaking of
The
that,
moment
that
you
scene
need to
when
fall
they
in your life.
finally- That scene when they finally met was fucking hilarious.
Oh, bro, that was, bro,
Definitely.
yo, around the entire situation, you're like, how about you go and I'll come back? We're not gonna fall for that again. You gotta go Rangers, son.
Okay, so you putting what's the fire dude's name? Or would you put him in your top 5? The one from the Troop, the Phantom Troop.
Oh,
Shit, I would.
Because it's some pretty intense.
But it
fire.
wasn't even just that ability. He has multiple abilities.
he does
He
have
does.
multiple.
When he was
Yes.
speaking in tongue, I was shook. I was, what the
He can do quite a bit.
That man brought an entire sun.
Yeah, he cold. I'm gonna put his name down for
He
sure.
threw a temper tantrum though. He was childish as hell for
He
what he
did.
did. He really
did.
threw a temper. That's really what that
It
was.
was like an Azula moment.
Who else top 5? Is Karapika top 5 worthy?
Is it a Zula moment?
Damn near. I wanna.
If we was doing this
Oh.
this list on characters, I'd put Kurapika up there. But in abilities, I can't put him up there because
I can't put him in there just because of the default. Like I'm gonna lose my most strongest chain because I'm not gonna be fighting the Phantom Troop.
Well, maybe that chain's only strongest because of the condition, right? So what if he didn't do the condition and another?
Well, if we
chain,
taking that off, then okay, yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because the assumption is it's the strongest chain because of the condition, which is like how Gon got his ability. Put a condition on it. Now I can move forward. And if you guys watch the movie, put a condition, I get Ohm. Now, if you guys haven't watched the movie, what Ohm is, it's malice, right? So instead of Nin, use Ohm and it's malice, and it doesn't have the same limitations as Nin. You basically become a specialist, literally straight up specialist, but there's a condition on it. You have to create a contract. That's how you get the Ohm ability. So the idea behind it is the chain in which he uses, things like the constriction chain or something like that, it's only as strong as it is because of the condition which he has around his heart. If I use it against anyone else, then my heart gets constructed and it's a wrap, right? So what if he didn't use that, and there's another chain that was strong, right? Like all these other chains are probably around this, like regardless of the condition, probably the same strength right now, but because of the condition, he needs that one to restrict him. Because his idea was, I want to kill him, but I want to get revenge.
Right.
So instead of just killing him, I want to make them walk the earth with no abilities, so they'll be powerless to all their enemies. So then they walk around, the enemy's like, oh, you don't have any powers. How many times am I going to teach you this lesson, old man?
Easily. You green now.
Easily.
Exactly, right? Make them suffer. So
Honestly, yeah, if we do in that case, then I could see that that ability being top 5.
Yeah.
I throw that on the list.
So right now I got Krollo, Yusuke, Gon,
I think Krollo should be solidified as well.
Krollo. Honestly, I have Krollo's for sure solidified in the top 5. That's one.
So I haven't said one yet. So I'm gonna go with Alaka. Here's why.
Oh god.
Which one is that?
The little sister, the one's like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I was just finna.
So,
I was waiting.
but
for
here's the
somebody to
thing:
bring
the
it up.
problem is based off the way the ability is working now. From what we don't know what kind of restrictions are on it. But I will say this: if she could just rapid fire requests, and she can decide whether or not they can give it to her or not, instant kill on everybody.
Like when
Oh,
she get
facts.
older, she gonna get real dangerous.
She gonna be cold with that.
When she matures,
She gonna be
yeah,
OP.
it's
She
gonna
gonna
be.
be
It's gonna be out of everybody's
OP.
hands.
I
You gonna do
think,
what you want.
and especially
Like, give me
since,
your head.
especially
3
since
times.
this
Give
is
me
a
your-
list
I don't think
that
the same request 3 times.
Or give me your
Oh,
hand.
it's gonna be
give me your
quick.
hand. Give me your lip. Like some
Give
impossible
me
shit.
your nin.
give me your heart.
No, like give me
Yeah.
your heart.
Fuck you
Give
up.
me your nin.
All she has to
Give
do
me
is
the
ask
stars.
some impossible shit. You not do it. 3 impossible questions and you over.
No, I'm not going. Okay, so yeah, I think since this is a video on just abilities, I think she for sure solidified.
Sure.
Yeah,
Honestly, we can debate it later, but she might even be number 1.
possibly.
It's close.
She has a chance. Wow. But no, I think Miran for sure is top 5.
No, so legitimately, if you want to do like a guaranteed top 3 Meruem, you can say Netero and you can say Aluka. In theory. And then you just
And
have room
Krollo.
for 2. But even if you have room for 2, you literally have those 2 guys. Or you have Krollo, so you can say Krollo. That's top 4 off grip.
That's 3 right there.
And then, but again, like I said, Aluka's in theory. Other 3 are guaranteed. And then I talk about the movie. Now you guys haven't seen the movie. We don't have to talk about the movie if y'all don't want to talk about the movie. But in the movie, this last mission movie, I believe that guy needs a spot because he created an entire different Nin type. Not even Nin type, a different type of Nin fundamental. Completely made a malice
That would make sense.
that enabled
Oh,
you.
oh.
Not only could he transfer to other people, but when they died, he would gain that power back. And then he could steal other people's abilities, and it left you without the restrictions of the typical Nin. That in itself is amazing.
So let me ask you this: are you taking him or are you taking Killua's grandfather's ability?
No, I'll take him over Killua's grandfather.
Okay,
Well, okay, so it's tough because
it's interesting.
that guy can.
What could little grandfather do?
He had the dragon.
He
Who was Netero with the spears or was it?
Yeah,
That
wasn't with
it
the
was him
spears.
with the sword.
That was
The
Netero?
lights. Yeah.
The lights was Netero? Was it the grandfather?
No,
the
the
He did the
grandfather.
dragon.
The grandfather did that.
Yeah.
Oh, the grandfather.
The
did
grandfather did
Yeah,
that.
that's-
Yeah.
that was-
Yeah.
He fucked them up.
Yes.
I remember he also had a part in the liveness that happened
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
So he for sure had to.
He was the opening scene.
Yeah.
No, what got me was when that cheetah was like, "Come on," he's like, "Oh, I'm not trying to. Can you go fight someone else?" He was like, "No, it just so happened I ran into you."
I remember that.
He was like, "Okay." He said, "Well, you
You should
should."
watch it back.
Yeah, he said, "Watch it back." He said, "What?"
His daddy came.
Yeah, no, like his son came down and he was just like,
Right.
It was. I really fucked with the cheat.
I did.
And it was
I like the
over.
cheetah.
Right.
The cheetah cool.
Again, that's why we have Crollo, Merum, and Netsuda, because we know how, for the most part, how the abilities work.
Okay.
But it can be extremely exaggerated how Alucard's abilities work. And we're talking about all the positives, but there can be some extreme drawbacks. Like I was saying earlier, if you can only give requests to one individual, right? We don't know if it's multiple, but so far they say it's only been one.
Yeah.
Then you're fighting a 3-on-1 battle against, say, Pito, Merum, and anybody else.
Yuffie.
Yeah, right. And then all of a sudden, you can only give requests to one person. You're going for Merum. Okay, so do you have any abilities? Okay, I'm pretty sure that. See, here's the thing that's interesting as well. The ability that she has is based off of the creature from the Dark Continent. We still don't know what her abilities are.
Which one?
She's her own person, but that's a second being inside of her.
Are you talking about stuff in the manga?
Nanaka and Nadia are two different beings. One is a being from the Dark Continent, and one is the actual person. Because she's part of Zoldyck Valley, she has her own abilities as well. So we don't know how it's going to complement. So there's no guarantee that she won't be a badass. There's no guarantee she just won't be OP. That's bars.
She probably,
That's
she
actually a
definitely
really
will.
good point.
Yeah.
But it's also a guarantee. I'm sorry, it's not a guarantee that she won't. She could have a recold overpower and then just be the coldest thing on the show and Wash gone. And now it's her show. But I don't think that'll happen. Nah, I think she might stick with her shit, honestly. I feel like if they did give her power, it'd probably just be regular.
She'll be an assassin anyway, so she'll be able to kill him.
She gonna, she gonna be Cobra.
So she'll know how to fight, and then depending on what. Because here's the thing about nin abilities, right?
Oh.
It's not like but here's the thing about nin abilities. It's not like you just have an. Okay, so you have a nin type based off of. I'm not sure if it's based off of how you're born or your family genetics, whatever it may be. But you don't really have like a nin ability per se. You have a nin type. The nin type determines the type of abilities that you can master. So it's almost like whenever you select a class in an RPG, I don't have a specific ability, but I have a type that allows me to go into this ability tree. Like that one dude that Hisoka killed, he was able to do the doppelganger. But I think that was one of his types that he can only do 60% armor. I think he was originally an enhancer.
He wasn't in her.
Yeah, like no one knew. But he mastered that so well.
That's a lot of
for being at 60%. Imagine we could have done with 100% instead of 60%. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't guarantee an ability. It guarantees a type. And just because you have a type doesn't mean you can't learn other abilities. So she can literally learn a roster of abilities that enable her to literally jank all of her opponents with whatever that being is from the Dark Continent. Simply because of whatever her nin type may be. Because all she has to do is figure out how can I best complement this with my assassination skills as well.
Cold. She killing everything.
So it's almost like, well, that's not her nin ability. They are kind of one. With that being the case, almost no matter what she gets, she would definitely be OP.
Unless somebody takes away her ability to talk.
That's a possibility, but we don't know what all the nin abilities could be.
What do you think would take?
I feel like somebody like Crollo would take advantage of that.
Because here's another thing too. So look at Bisky, right? Bisky's able to write in nin. Imagine if she can write her requests. And then that still counts. It's a big question mark. We're talking on theory at the moment, but at the same time, we don't know exactly whether or not she has the power to kind of just really jank that ability, or if it's just, hey, whatever was presented is what it is.
Okay, give me one rough draft of what the description of interest was again, because I feel like that could shake its way in there if I think is what I remember it to be.
Talking about the
Knuckle.
Oh, Knuckle?
Yeah.
Oh, so the more he hits you,
interest increase.
Yeah. So in
And
other
it
words,
takes away your
he
nin.
he gives you nin, and you take no damage. But what happens is you got to give all that nin back.
Right.
But
Okay. Yeah.
it's like in college debt. But the more I give you, the more interest occurs. The percentage is the same. The more interest occurs.
Right.
So I can give you 1,000 points of, nin. All of a sudden I got interest on 15%. That's 150 right there.
Says-
And I'm just.
And the interest increased 10% every 10 seconds.
Yeah. It was racking up.
Jesus. Oh yeah, it was like every other,
Yeah.
like every time.
Like, of course, I was really wondering how he about to get out of this. I was like,
I was gonna say, did he? How did he get out of
it's
it?
You should
really
have done that condition. All the nin in the world.
That's a lot of ability. I like that one.
yeah. I feel like
Top five?
I don't know about top 5 because it showed immediately that it's useless for anybody who has an abundance of nin. So it has to be like this. they have to have a low amount. It's a percentage thing. So I have to be able to inflict enough damage on you to the point where
Right.
no matter how much nin you have, this interest is gonna kill you,
Yeah.
right? Or, well, it's just that because like I said, you could be like, "Gone, I hit you, I'm not doing any damage," but because of how much more power I have over you, or how close we are in power, or the gap where I'm ahead, when I hit you, it's occurring major interest. I'm able to give you more power, and
I'm
then
gonna keep hitting you.
saps, right? But if it's him versus Meruem, and him versus what's the red dude, the one that transformed into the Minotaur?
EP.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had so much nin. It was like, bro, what is the point? It was like, yo, you could have sapped this, man. I still would have been good.
That was a damn
He did, yeah.
So it's based off of how. But if it was Netsudo doing that, especially with them hands,
Mm-hmm.
interest everywhere.
Yeah, facts.
But understand this: you're still not taking any damage till the interest occurs. Like until he decides, hey, I want my payback.
But when it hit, it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Man.
So
Interesting.
then, what would you put for the fifth spot?
Honestly, can we all agree that Kite is nowhere near this top 5?
I don't know about that. We didn't see all
I
his
don't know. We haven't
abilities.
seen like.
We didn't see all his
His
weapons.
ability?
We haven't seen all of it.
No, I can't.
We haven't seen all of them.
Nah. He kept
Isn't it random?
We
though?
didn't see all of it,
It's
but the
random,
fact that
yeah.
he made it random on purpose, like an idiot.
Yeah,
if I
that's
get that, I'm not making it random. You gonna know what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna pull out that tool. It's gonna hit. It's gonna be strong every time. I'm not gonna have no weak weapons in my arsenal.
nigga said, I
that was-
None of his weapons were
What
weak.
was that?
though.
What week? That's the thing.
But he didn't like him, or it wasn't like his best.
It wasn't
Well,
the best for
but
the
that's fine,
situation.
though. He didn't
That
like
it
the
wasn't
side
good for the
either.
situation.
He didn't like the side either. He was like,
That's what I'm
another
saying.
bad draw.
But he set it up like that. I would set it up to where it benefited me in every possible way.
I think he's wanted to be able, no matter what the situation was, he wanted to be able to use all those weapons. I mean, he's a true master. He's like, hey, look, if I'm going to be dedicated to my training and learn to be the best hunter I can be, all these weapons in my arsenal, I have to learn how to master all these weapons. How do I know whether I'm great with these weapons or not? Well, put myself in the life of that situation. Like when Bisky had Killua and go and fight that one dude with the scissors,
Yeah, I remember that.
they leveled up like that because they're in life or death situations. So he puts himself in a life or death situation with those weapons, and he just,
So you think he did it like that to be stronger?
yeah. I mean, but look at who his master is. That man abandoned his
That's a good
son.
point.
And he said, "Oh, that kid's not gonna die. Have you seen your son? Have you seen him? Because he can't. No one can see him. He doesn't look like that man. Looked like a mummy. When he was done using his ability,
Oh, yeah.
he was a mummy.
Yeah.
That man was a raisin.
Cut a nigga right.
I'm not gonna lie, old dude in the fighting in there for me. He in my top 5.
Okay, so what would that would be 4 then solidified?
I think that's his Porto.
Who's the fire dude?
The
Porto?
Oh, him? Yeah.
he's in your top.
I give it to him.
Yeah?
I give it
Yeah.
to him. I give it to him.
Yeah, that's,
Honestly.
that's 4.
I think that's for sure. Yeah.
One thing I will say is that one dude that made the joke about he was telling Karapika, he was like, when the Karapika said, make sure nothing happens to my friends, he says, well, we're going to beat him to a pulp.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what his abilities are, but I think that dude's really strong though.
He is strong. I don't think
that.
he's top 3 in the group, but he is. I feel like he did something wild
So who number 5?
before that.
I mean, he had everybody shook. Whenever he had grabbed Killua's legs, Killua did that spin, he whistled, he like,
Wait,
yeah.
Kane. He's a
We haven't said
I mean, I wrote him down. Anybody seen him?
Oh, well, his good.
it's versatile.
Can
He is versatile.
Can
Yeah,
he
he's smart.
too? Can he like?
Yeah.
He can do a lot with this shit.
He can
Yeah,
do
he
a
can
whole.
He can do a lot.
Oh, okay. How about we do this? We agree that Zeno could be up there. Zeno
Zeno
goes
for
there.
sure.
Okay, so that should be
Somewhere
our
in
5.
That's
huh?
5 right there.
Yeah, that should be our 5.
Zeno? Okay. I like that list.
'Cause I would say as far as abilities and mastery, he's definitely over his son. But his son
Oh,
just has
sure.
more youth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got more experience.
Yeah, his son is like 40 in his 40s, early 40s. So
His son gonna be the
great.
He gonna be that
Great.
dude.
be that dog.
The greatest. I mean, his father would be alive for another 30 years, but he'll be the greatest.
Okay, so boom.
Prolo, middle roll.
Our top 5 that we have so far. We're assuming is Prolo. Cool.
Yes.
Netero.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Portor, the fighting.
First.
Mira. Cool with
Yeah.
that. Zeno.
Yeah.
Cool
That's
with that.
solid.
That's definitely a solid.
Solid.
I think
Very
that's it.
strong
And
characters
keep
with very
in
diverse
mind
abilities.
again, like I said, these are their powers, not them. Remember that. Don't roast us. But I think that's solid though, for sure. I
Maryland
like that.
became a god.
Yeah, Miriam honestly became. I feel like number one, if we had to, because usually at the end of these top five, we don't rank it, but we at least try to pick a number one. I feel like Miriam.
I don't think Crollo can take Miriam's abilities.
I feel like Miriam.
Because Miriam doesn't have like a distinctive ability. He just adapts. He just starts evolving.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do, he can do it better.
Miriam, easy.
Miriam no more.
Right.
Hey,
They did Miriam like they did Itachi.
facts.
Yeah,
They just
before
go to
them.
them. Take these goat horns. They're yours. I like that. Let us know what y'all think about the list though. Down in the comment section. Again, our guy. YouTube channel.
Yeah, follow me on my YouTube channel, The Lazy Sage. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, _Lazy Sage. Watch anime. I've seen over 300 anime, so I'm liable. I know my stuff, so check me out.
Hit 'em up.
Facts. Hey, yeah, I think that's a solid list. I appreciate y'all for coming by, checking us, helping us do this, man. Y'all let us know what other top fives y'all would like us to do. Any kind of top five, music, anime, movie, whatever. Throw 'em
Show
out.
top 5.
Yeah.
Put it in the comment section.
Let us know y'all top five. Of course, we would like to interact with y'all with that. Until next time. Peace.
You know, I was just venting, man. You know.